What's up everybody, Wayne here, and I'm just going to get straight into it. So the last video I uploaded of my UNSC frigate build that I made in the new No Man's Sky Voyagers update that allows us to build our own Corvette style ship, people in the comment section wanted me to build a Helldivers super carrier or a Hell carrier. So this is my version of a Hell carrier that I could build within the limitations. As you can see in the top right, it says complexity limit 96 out of 100. So this is as large as I could make the ship while keeping the design. The interior isn't going to be the same, obviously, because these are a lot smaller than the actual Helldivers ships. But first things first, I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the ship in half and give you guys kind of a side view, and then work my way up and explain from the bottom up. Because the hardest part is the wings, and then the other issue too is you're going to need some of these advanced modules. So you're going to need to go to planets and salvage scrap or salvage the salvage cargo on planets. So when you scan planets, it'll tell you if it has salvage cargo or salvage scrap. Land on the planet, scan with your visor, find the salvage cargo with your visor, go dig it up, and then bring it back up here, and then you'll trade the pieces you get in that terminal for the pieces that you need specifically to build this build. So anyway, enough talking, let me just get straight into it. Alright, now that the ship's cut in half, we can go ahead and work our way from the bottom up, and then I'll explain how to build the wings that step out and how to do that curvature on the top. If all you're here for is just how to do the curvature, just skip ahead because it's going to take me a bit to explain this next part. So what you're going to want to do is get these advanced thrusters, because they're the ones that allow you to have the sleekest look, so it doesn't look like there's a bunch of landing gear hanging down. And these are called mag field landing thrusters. So you're going to need 2 of these, so 2 mag field landing thrusters. And on top of that, you're going to put any type of hab, but I put the Titan class hab, large habitation. So you're going to do 2 landing gears. Then on top of that, you're going to have your large hab. Then on the back, you'll have your landing bay, whatever version you want. And in front of that, I put the Thunderbird class landing bay because it has that stairwell that drops down, so you can kind of have the ramp or the ability to jump straight down. Then you're going to put a Super Cruise cowling right underneath the cockpit, but just attach it there. And what you do is to rotate things, you hit right bumper to rotate, and then left or is it X to flip it on console. Then once you've got this layer done, so let me start from the beginning just real quick. 2 landing gear, then your large hab, cargo bay, then your small cargo hab / landing bay, then your angled piece. And on top of this, you're going to start with your Titan class hab or whatever you want to be. So your large hab again, then another large hab in front of that. Then you'll stick your cockpit here. Now this is the only cockpit that kind of fit in between these 2 sections. The other one sticks down, and the other one has a little cowl that hangs on top, which kind of sticks to the floor. So this is the Thunderbird class cockpit, but works the best. So then behind that, I have the Zenith class reactor, because it's just the sleekest, more squarest looking one. It does stick through the floor a bit, but it doesn't really bother too much. It looks like a hatch on the inside. But I don't know if adding more reactors increases your power, so if it does, you can always just get rid of this hab right here and throw another reactor on top and have 2, because there is a lot of extra space on the inside of the ship. Then once you have your reactor, you can throw a twin echo jets, just the sleekest looking one that gives it more of the look, because the Helldiver ship has a lot of thrusters on the back, and this is the best I could get the look the closest. Because I know a lot of people are really picky about it, to be as close as possible, especially when they're flying around and staring at it for hours. Okay, so once you've got your 2 large habs, your landing bay, or not your landing bay, 2 large habs, your bridge, your reactor, and your thruster, then you're going to go on to your 3rd level, your 3rd and final level. So then on top of this, so your 3rd level, you're going to do another 2 large habs. Then in front of these 2 large habs that are placed right here, you're going to do 1 large hab, then another Ambassador class walkway, which is or any type of walkway, just the walkways because of the smaller sections. Then underneath that, you can put your weapon system, whichever one you want. I put the Photon here just because it looks more like the Helldivers weapons that sit underneath there that you stare at when you're getting ready to drop. Then you'll put your twin echo jets right above the other thruster. So 3rd layer is going to be 1, 2, 3 large habs, and then 1 walkway, and then another walkway in the back, plus your thruster. So that is your top level. Your 3 levels that are going to make the central pillar of your ship. Now, you can put the stairwells wherever you want. I just put one here, and then I think it goes up back here and then up again, but you can do however you want in the interior. Now, I haven't done the interior of this ship, so if you're looking for how I've done the interior as far as decorating, this isn't going to have that in this video because I was limited by the budget on building this, and I'm just trying to build this quickly and not spend 3 or 4 days trying to do the interior perfectly like I did my other ship. So now the next section is going to be the part that sticks out, and then we'll do the wings. So now you'll go through, and if you go into your thing, I'm just going to grab a Thunderbird because it's just the cheapest one and the easiest one for you guys to use to start off with. So you do 1, 2, double check, yep, and then just 1 like that. So you have a total of 3 lined up like this. You're looking at it like this. Now, once you have those 3 lined up, you then want to buy the, you can use any of these you want, but this is the Vesper cowling, and then you just stick 1 on top like this, and hit X, and stick 2 on the, and actually you don't even need them on the bottom, sorry, I'm mistaken on that. You don't use them on the bottom, unless you want to, you can, if you want that popped out look, but that's weird. Right here, no music, music. No music, music. That's so weird, so glitchy. Anyway, so the next section you're gonna want is these, and these are called the Ergonaut airfoils, and you'll just rotate these. That way they just make the engines look like they're tucked in a bit. If I can figure out how to rotate it properly. There we go. And it gives it that tucked in look, so the engines look a bit tucked in. You can always add more engines if you want along the back, or throw some windows in back here if you want, but just for me and the limited budget I had just for building it like this and figuring out the build, I didn't throw any windows in. So the one caveat you guys need to realize too is when you're building these, if you put decorations in while you're building this, the decorations will count towards your max budget. So make sure you build the whole ship first, then place decorations, because once you've built the ship and you place decorations outside this build menu, you can place, I think thus far there hasn't been a limit. I've placed over like 100 extra items in my ship, so just remember that. If it's saying you're having a limitation, just delete every decoration, then start over. Okay, now you're going to go underneath the wing, and I use the Super Cruise airfoils, and I simply just rotate them. Now they are a bit glitchy to get the place in the right spot. So sometimes you might have to just wait till the, oh, there we go, place for a second. Okay, so I'll rotate this one. There we go. So got that one to place. And then I got that one to place. Perfect. So now you've got that kind of angular back look. To me, it looks kind of like the back of a Star Destroyer and an X-Wing, but this is as close as I could get to the Helldivers look. I haven't playing a lot of Helldivers. I've only played a couple hours, so don't hate on me if I'm not 100%. Okay, so now that you've got this wing structure right here done, you're going to work on the front section right here, which is just simply going to be these 2 Ergonaut cowlings. So 1, 2, flip it upside down, 1, 2, and it's just that simple. Bam. Now this front section, I'll just skip to it real quick. You're going to use these radar casings and just angle them. Just put them like this all the way along. Now I tried to stick them out farther, but you can see they're glitchy. So they do and they don't. So if you can get them to stick out farther, awesome. If not, that's just where I went. And then throw in a window right here. And then that gives you that, front of the Helldiver ship look. Hopefully enough for you guys. You can always throw windows in here too. I think if you use the Thunderbird class hull and then you throw windows in here, they are this style. They're like circular windows, so they don't pop out as much. So like compared to like, see how these ones stick out? So depending on how you like your look, you can go with these circular windows or you can go with these ones. But just remember, these ones you actually can't look for some reason. On the inside there's just a wall, so maybe it's just a glitch or whatever. But I'm gonna delete these real quick because they count towards my budget. Okay, so now that we've done the central section, the front nose, and then this back wing, now we're going to do the actual angled section on the wings, and this is kind of the hardest section. So Now this section, you're going to need another one of these. And you're going to pop it out like that. Then you're going to want these angled structures, and these are called albatross side pods. So you're going to want these albatross side pods. And you put one like that, 2 on top, and then 2 on the bottom. Angled the other way, like that. So I angle the top ones wrong, put that like that, and then like that. Okay. So now that they're angled properly, and now you've got to do the harder section, which is this weird angle. So this is what got me. It was the hardest part for me to do. So let me copy this engine real quick. Throw another engine right here on that side. You're good to go. So now you're going to go and copy that, or go grab one out of your advanced thing. It's called a radiator casing. And you can't see how you can't place them on top. So here's the biggest issue you're going to have. You're going to say, what the heck? It's not letting me place it on top. How are you able to place it like that? It obviously should let you. Now, obviously it should. Like, common aspect of the game, it should just let you place it on an angle like that. But it's not going to. It's glitched for some reason, no matter how hard you try. So the way around that, delete this one. Take one of these cowlings. And place it right like that. And see how I have it angled in? Rotate it around until it's angled the right direction. It might take a couple rotations. Once you do that, you can then go like this, rotate around, and bam, look at that. Now I can place that. And I can place this one. Place this one. Place that one. Now delete this. Put that back, and bam. Now you've got the angle it wasn't allowing you to do prior. So now you're able to go through and actually successfully put that angled cowling on, or however you want to call it, and get that overhang look that the Helldivers ship. Or if you're trying to do an X-Wing build, have. Because you could honestly turn this into some type of Star Wars ship by just adding a few details to it. So, or a frigate too, and either way. So now we'll do the lower section, which was the harder part. So now remember, if you don't have these angled sections here, these won't place. See, watch. Actually, yeah. See? They will red out. So you're going to wonder, why is this red? Why can't I place it? Because for some reason, how the game works, there needs to be something placed right here. So I use these because they look the best, and they were the thinnest. Now I got to deal with this weird angle again. Oh, come on, place. Obviously, it's not going to place now and take 10 minutes. Oh, I had it. There we go. Okay. There. Now when you have that, see the red part comes back, and now that says you can place it there. See, now I can pick it up, move it around, put it back, and it works. So now you'll have to do the same thing you did on top, but upside down, which is kind of hard for some people. So copy this, flip it around like that. It's easy if you just copy the top part with the right bumper, and then just bring it down so you don't have to do all the rotating again. And then just copy this one and rotate around, and then you're done. And then you're going to just copy again. And then delete. Oh, I deleted the wrong one. Copy. Yep, okay, there we go. Done. And then final section. See, it's not letting me place it again, so now I gotta do that trick. And now it will let me place. If I can get the angle right. There we go. What did I do wrong? Oh, that's what I did wrong. I'm doing my own build wrong. Okay. Bam. Bam. There we go. Angle it like that. Angle it like that. Like how you see how... So what I was just doing is I accidentally stuck it right here instead of down here. So remember, that needs to go down here. Then I'll just hit X on that. Right trigger on that. And then I will delete this, copy this. And we're done. And that is your angled sections on your wings, giving you that look that gives the Helldiver ship that distinguished angled look that it has. Now we'll go ahead, and I think there's already one. See, I only threw one weapon in there. Your ship can have two because I didn't have really another spot to stick one without it looking weird. So I'm sure you guys can figure something out. You can probably stick a weapon right there. Oh, wait, hang on, that needs to be a window. Also, throw a window right here. Bam. And then a window right there. There you go. Now you've got that bridge overlook. And then on the top here, I just stuck these. It is called an air purifier. I stuck one here. I stuck an antenna on top here. And then another air purifier right here. And then that's pretty much it. That's the build. Aside from, if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. But I don't think I missed much aside from detailing the interior. So we'll pop out. Player. And now we'll check the whole ship out. We'll do a walk around on the outside. It does look a lot bigger once you're actually standing next to it. I always play in first person. I apologize. I just like to. So. I guess for a lot of people, this is the closest they've ever been to a Helldivers super carrier in a way. Because I don't think in game you can really walk underneath them and all that. So now we'll check the interior out. So like I said before, I threw a little ramp right here. That way, like if you're up hovering above a planet and you want to do a hell drop, you can just hop down this thing and just jump straight out with your buddies. You don't have to go out the back ramp. You gotta go straight down. Angle it a bit better. So now we'll come up. And this is nice. A lot of people were complaining about the frigate build, the fact that there was like 10 stairs you had to get up to get to the top, and this is just straight right up and into the bridge, which is nice. So you got your bridge, overlook. So it kind of has the same vibe of the 380 view that you've got when you're playing Helldivers, but now you can actually pilot the ship. So, and it's a lot smaller. So we'll check out your cargo section. So here's one wing. Come into here, 2, 3. So there is a lot of cargo in here. It's pretty spacious. Oh, that's okay. There were a few decorations in here that were taking up my budget. I was wondering why my budget was so high still. So I had a couple beds and stuff in here. So like you can see, compared to my other video, this doesn't have as much detail. It does have another section up top here, which you could use as all your storage. You can use any habitation you want. This is just the style I use because it's the one that you can buy straight out of the box here. You don't have to go search for modules, except for like this, and this is the ambassador style. If you like this style, you can always go with this style too. I just had an extra one of these, so I stuck it up here. But here's what it'll look like if you're staring out this front top part. But now we'll walk back down this direction, and I'm gonna hop on the bridge, and I guess we'll take it for a spin and see how she flies and land on a planet. Because a lot of people who don't play this game don't really understand how kind of crazy it is, the fact that I just walked from a space station. Now I'm going to hop onto my ship. And we'll go into first person, just for you guys. So you guys can get that vibe. And there's my carrier my capital ship that I own with all my smaller ships. I could land this on that. Can't fly that, sadly. But now let's go to one of my favorite little planets that I have found as of late. Those are a bunch of ships working. Okay, so we got a first-person view. Let's see what the outside looks like flying around, shall we? Alright. I mean, it looks decent. I mean, it's not one-to-one, obviously. I'm trying to find if I can go into camera mode. There we go. I mean, it's obviously not one-to-one, but it's close enough. And there's the galaxy, if you're wondering where this planet's at. I mean, that definitely looks good. I mean, as far as a Helldivers ship. Oh, should I make that the screenshot right there? Just for the Earth in the background with the fleet. Hang on, let's see if I can. Right there. Is that the thumbnail, guys? Should that be the thumbnail? I think we'll do the thumbnail. Bam, thumbnail. Anyway, so I mean, pretty good, right? So now we'll warp over to the small moon. So now as I'm warping, let me just walk around my ship. And that's why, like, look at that. This was crazy about this game. I mean, I haven't had a single load screen yet. As low detail as, you know, cartoony a lot of people say the graphics are. I mean, I enjoy it. Being able to just do this, walk around your ship, build your ship however you want. I got my mech down there, my Minotaur. Now I'll hop in the pilot seat. I'm a lander. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. God, I gotta love this game. Right. Oh, look at that. Right next to the respirator. There we go. We're landing on a planet. So I just went from building my ship to flying in space to landing on a planet. And now possibly having to fight something. Having to fight a lot of creatures. I guess we'll call in. Let's see how she looks flying in at us. Let's do it like right. I want it a bit of ways so it get the angle. I mean, that's a good looking ship. Well, let's get a hell jump in and then we'll call it good, shall we? Let's go up into atmosphere and jump onto a planet. Can't build a hell carrier and not have a hell jump in the video. I apologize if the video is getting a bit long, but I just want to show off the ship a bit, let you guys experience the game a little bit. So let's jump onto this planet. See how it says salvage scrap on the bottom right there? That's what you want to look for when you are searching for a planet. So let's hell dive in and let's see if we can find one salvage scrap so you guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's do it to it. Well, and here we go. Looks like we got a building down below. Let's land on it. Hell yeah. You can still see the ship just hovering up in atmosphere. That's crazy. Alright, so now we're on atmosphere, and let's say we need some salvage scrap. Look at this little bug. we'll scan. Look at that. We got one salvage container, 256 feet away. So we'll jump over there. And while we're over there, we'll just check out the planet. Hopefully nothing crazy attacks us, like a giant worm. Alright. So you just dig out underground. They look a bit different, but they'll generally be within like a shape like this, but you'll destroy the outer section. See how top right, Keylon stream thruster, and then you destroy this section. And then it should give you the other part, high energy shield. Then you take those up to the space station, and you trade those for the modules that you want. And it's as simple as that. Hopefully that was explanatory enough for you guys. It gave you guys a good enough gist of how the ship should be built. And you guys can go build your own hell ship or super carrier and do some hell dives on your own. Alright everybody. Stay easy everybody, or stay beautiful I should say. Make sure you guys live every day better than the last, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out y'all.